It was haunting me.
At John Valdez's last meeting as a St. Augustine City Commissioner, he called out 3 property owners by name, saying they alone are blocking a key flood prevention project.
These people are affecting the lives, happiness, and prosperity of a lot of other people in this city.
He blames those property owners for not giving the city permission to build a flood wall on the edge of their properties. Their attorney disagrees, accusing the city of disparaging the homeowners. In a letter to the city, the attorney says his clients aren't trying to block the project, but are concerned it could devalue their property.
And we've been talking with them.
The city's chief resilience officer, Jessica Beach, has been talking with the property owners, hoping to get them on board with the project.
You're probably looking about 3 to 4 feet of exposed wall from the ground up. So it's, maybe hip height. Just like the black line is essentially hugging where the land and marsh meet, and it's to keep that surge coming up from the marsh that goes into Lake Maria Sanchez.
And when that tidewater pours into Lake Maria Sanchez, the lake overflows, flooding streets and homes. The city says that flood wall is needed to build the best version of the Lake Maria Sanchez project, which is expected to keep 200 acres of St. Augustine's downtown and neighborhoods from flooding during minor hurricanes. The blue on this map shows the areas that flood during a big storm.
This is current without the project, and this is projected flood protection with the project.
But without the participation of all the homeowners,
mainly along the eastern border,
there would be a gap in the planned wall. One property owner told me she does not want a seawall in her backyard that the public can walk on. Another told me that future storms could overtop the wall. But according to the city's resilience director, if that bulkhead is built by the Lake Maria Sanchez area, it would not be wide enough for people to walk on. Instead, it would simply have a tapered top like this one here by the bayfront, or have some device on it to keep people from walking on it. Because of funding requirements, there's a deadline of 2026 to build the project, and eminent domain cannot be used. In order to not leave $19 million on the table, there is a plan B, but it would mean elevating part of nearby South Street by 3 feet.
There's challenges with that. It's doable, and it's technically feasible, and it's doable, but it's going to look very different than what's there now.
The homeowner's attorney says his clients continue to be willing to talk to the city, and city officials say they still hope to get them to share the edge of their lands.
So not having them on board, plus the fact we can't eminent domain, we're dead in the water, excuse the pun.
In St. Augustine, Jessica Clark, First Coast News on your side.